From the title, you're going to know this is all about bargains. We're going to take a look at a few items and see where people have made some pretty good savings. And here is the first one that we're going to look at, when it was currently 1 hour and 38 minutes to go. And this particular Mac was sitting at £640. Let's have a look and see how much it sold for. Well, here we go. It sold for £680. So it went up another £40. Now, you're thinking to yourself, how much is this worth? Currently, John Pye has this as recommended retail price of £1,319 based on today's market. So with this particular one, they've actually hit it on the mark. Now, on top of all that, obviously, as you know, you have commission. And as you can see up here, it's 25%. So basically, it's 25%, as you know, and VAT on the commission and VAT on the hammer. And what I did was I asked ChatGPT and to break it all down for me and for you, for all of us to see what the total comes to give me a rough idea what he thinks of all this. Yeah, because you can ask it anything you want and it will more or less oblige. Right, so here's what we got. According to AI, there we go. He's done a very quick check. He says for the Apple Mac Air M5, which is this one, retails at £1,319. eBay target price, new other. So in other words, if the box has been opened and just to take pictures, or they bought it from an auction, which is a bit like this one, I guess it roughly sells for that price, £1,099 to £1,150 roughly. You can buy it also from Apple refurbished equivalent, £1,216 direct from Apple with warranty. Bear in mind, you probably won't get warranty with that one unless it's a business seller. But with here, you're guaranteed, it says, with Apple warranty. Now, a private seller, a sweet spot for them to sell, and this is what he recommends. AI best offer, you put it at £1,099, also accept £1,020. So the lowest bid, personally, he will take is £999. But how much did this cost you? Well, if you look further down here, you see what it actually cost. If you sold it for that, you make £100. It's a lot of money to spend just to make £100. But it's also worthwhile, I should say, to buy for yourself and save £100. Actually, it's a little bit more, because if you're taking into consideration what Apple charge you, £1,269, and you're buying it for £900 or just under, you're saving yourself £300. Now, is the warranty enough for you to buy at £900 and not pay for the warranty? Okay, so going back to what I also asked it to tell me what he found as sell prices on eBay recently. And this is what he's come up with. Recently, sales are found including 994, which was a sealed private seller, eBay. 1,100, best offer accepted by business seller on eBay. So it goes to show you that, you know, there's sometimes, even on eBay, if you're looking for, you know, a Mac that costs £1,300, you can buy it from a private seller, sealed. So you're not going to get a warranty though, but 1,100, best offer accepted by business seller. And then you go, okay, so 1,099 sits that nicely in the middle, high enough to negotiate. But realistically, if this was from John Pye, which it is, and it's generally unused with original box, I'd be very interested because obviously I asked it this before the final bid. You'll be interested total cost to me, how much premium VAT delivery and so on, if it's under 800 and 850. Well, we know that it's sold for 600. Total cost to me, how much premium VAT delivery and so on, if it's under 800 and 850. So 80 with all the charges comes to £890. He's a little bit out, you know, saying that that's what we should get it at, but that's not a bad price either. Now, if I was in the market for a laptop, I would purchase this for myself at that price rather than pay £1,300 or £1,270. I won't care too much about the warranty, but that's me. So this is one that we looked at, and let's have a look what it says. I can't remember what it says. Comparison. Original 1,319, lightly eBay new, other valued at 1,050 to 1,100. Buyer's cost 884 plus delivery. Generally a good buy, but not a wow bargain of the century. So he has a sense of humour as well. Well, he does actually. The buyer probably saved around 170 to 220 quid. It goes to show you there is bargains out there. So this is the first one we're going to look at. The next one. Let's go to the next one. This is a Samsung S24 Ultra, hammer price at £260. So we're going to take a quick look at all the images and see what this particular auction tells us about this Samsung. Right, here we go. That's the first one. Let's make this a little bit larger so you can, from what I can see, looking at the edges, fairly clean. Don't see any scratches, but then it's not that easy to be able to inspect something just from a photo, but we can see more or less it looks good. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Okay, again the bezel looks nice. I can see a few marks there. I can see a thumbprint there, some sort of mark there, but I think that's just superficial. I'm not sure what these are, but from what I can see, it seems like an okay. And you get your, it's unusual, you don't normally get a cable, do you, anymore? Anyway, and there's your SIM tool. Okay, so recommended retail price at £779. Let's see what we can find it for. So I did a very quick check. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you to understand something. There's a lot of forgeries going around because these pictures are not very clear. Even if you zoom them in, you can't see the barcodes. Yeah, I'll come to that in a minute, why this matters. This particular one, you can't tell from the barcodes, and there's quite a few phones there. Well, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. You've got 50 phones there or something. But as you can see, there's many of these people selling them. There's a lot on the market, and you've got to get suspicious. So I know it's an older phone, and people will think, yeah, but it's older, so they're just getting rid of stock. Could well be. But we don't think like that, do we? Because we're auction buyers. It's like the police say, listen to everything and believe in nothing. Well, we see everything, but we question it. Here we have Ultra S24, and we're going to go down and have a look at some prices. 550 refurbished, Amazon. Good place to buy? Sure is, 515. Titanium green, again Amazon, 511. Samsung Ultra 510. Right, I went back up to here and I did my usual, which is shopping. It gives us a lot more, and a lot more to look at, and a lot more to dissect, because this one here, 129. Oh, it looks fantastic, isn't it? But until you click on it, this is one of those that I questioned yesterday with AI, and he explained to me what you got to look out for. If you notice here, it says S24 Ultra. It doesn't say Samsung. It doesn't say Galaxy. Why? First of all, 7.3 screen. I think it's a 6.8. So that's a giveaway. There's other bits and bobs on here which he picked out on that are not correct. So this is not an original Galaxy phone. So Don't get scammed into thinking it is, because that price is not. It looks like it, but it isn't. Right, so we've looked at that one. Then we've got here 630 pre-owned, 511 here refurbished, 488 here refurbished. Then you've got 324. Now, is this the one? Here we go. Basically what you're looking at is the boxes. Copied this image and I send it to AI. This is what it's come back with. Basically what I did, I asked it to analyse the image that I sent him. And this is what it's come back with. It completely understands why you're checking the labels. It's always smart to verify exactly what you're buying. Short answer is that the label attempts to indicate a UK global phone, but there are massive red flags, proving that these boxes and highly likely the phones inside are counterfeit. And he breaks it down. Model, what it says is, this is a legitimate model number for the international global version of the Galaxy S24, which is indeed the model official sold in the UK and Europe. What this means, if these were real, BDS would guarantee it is a global British model featuring dual SIM capabilities. They feature the exact same number, which is this one. And then it goes on to tell you what it is. An ICCID is a unique serial number for a SIM card. It is physically impossible for two separate genuine devices to share the exact same ICCID. Conflict barcode. The top box features a 13-digit EN starting with an 8, which is a standard for Samsung Global. However, the bottom box has 12 digits, starts with a 0, which is typically used for a North American market. A genuine UK would not randomly mix USA and European barcode formats for the exact same model. And then he goes on to tell you the software version listed is highly suspicious. The firmware SQU is an anomaly for an S24 Ultra. Recycled factory codes. The code SAM6927C printed on the bottom of the label has been heavily associated with counterfeit. Genuine Samsung packaging is meticulously designed. On these labels there is no space between S24 and Ultra. It reads Galaxy S24 Ultra. No space in between the 4 and the U. That's what it's trying to tell us. But the identical SIM numbers, mismatched barcodes and typos strongly prove these are fake boxes attempting to pass off as counterfeit devices, as genuine stock. S24 Ultra, all stuck together. And the same here. And this is the number he was saying, identical. But the first thing I would do is I'll get AI to help me go through the phone, find all these numbers that correspond on the phone and ask it to check them for me. Because you'll be able to check them globally and tell you whether these are counterfeit or not. Even if you're buying from an auction, there's no guarantee that this phone here is not counterfeit. There is no guarantee. John Pye, I'm not sure what the terms are if you bought a phone that was a fake. I think you are entitled to your money back if you can prove it. So you end up sending the phone back. Now we know that this phone sold for 260 quid. Let's see what we can buy it for. This, the cheapest I found was this one here, onebuy.com. £649. You know, you're only what, 120 quid at. That's the price you can pick that up. Exactly the same, and chances are you get warranty and everything with it. So Hammer price 260, buyer's premium 25%, £65. VAT on the premium £13. VAT on the Hammer 52. Total comes to 390. That doesn't include delivery, which is £10 or just under. So we're looking at 400 quid. So somebody has just made a nice purchase. So there is bargains. It is an S24. It's a couple of years old. It goes to show you that there is bargains out there. But like I said, the first thing you want to do when you get this phone is go through the settings, find about my phone. All the details are on there. It tells you the number of the phone. What you do is screenshot the image. For instance, you might put it in ChatGPT and they come back and say it looks legit. Then you put it into Gemini and he'll come back and say it's fake. But, and put in another one, put it in Croc or something, I don't know, whichever AI you prefer to use. But I would suggest use a couple and just make sure that you don't get stuffed and lose money. So this is another good buy for me. This is going to be something a little bit different. A quick look at a live auction. It's F. Turner and Sons. It's one of the nicest auctions out there. Not because of the stuff they sell, but because of the fact that they actually can give you information. If there's a scratch, damaged, or anything along those lines, they will mention it. That's a good thing about this particular auction. Works well. I did a little bit of research and I found these. They look similar. I think they're the same ones. Currently at 129. They fluctuate a little bit more, a little bit less, but thereabouts. Let's listen to the auctioneer and see where these have landed.
£15, and these are genuine Boss. Okay, start me off at 10. Don't we have any spectacle wearing bidders out there? £10, 12. Everybody got contact lenses. 13. Is it 14 anywhere? 14 we have. Looking for 15 we have. Is it 16 anywhere? Oh, we finished at 16. Fair warning. No, 17 we have now. 18. Is it 19 anywhere? At £18, I go to sell.
As you can see, this was a fantastic purchase. Hammer at 18, premium 452, VAT 360, total 2612 without postage. Now, don't tell me that is not a bargain.
Lot 41 is a pair of Ted Baker sunglasses, Sean. Chrome effect finish with case. There's a little bit of damage to the outer sort of blister packaging there, but there's no damage to the sunglasses themselves, and they've got their case. £15 on the Ted Bakers.
We're just going to jump to the end of lot 41.
Everyone's woken up to decided they like Ted Baker. £26 we have. Is it 28 anywhere? Oh, we definitely finished now. I go to sell at 26. Lot 42 is a box pair of Victoria Beckham spectacle frames. She doesn't wear glasses, does she? With gold reflective arms with the case. Stylish case, stylish box.
Let's jump along and to the end of lot 42 and see what the final price was.
24. Is it 26 anywhere? At £24, are we finished? Fair warning, to sell at 24.
Well, I think this is another one of those good bargains. £24. You can't go wrong with 24. So we're looking at 24. Buyer's premium 602. VAT 480. Total 3482. Now, that is what I call a bargain, guys. Quick look up, and this is what I come up with. Cheapest pair I can find was £71.99.
43 is a pair of Max Mara. Again, the thick acrylic sort of framed spectacles, the Michael Caine style, aren't they? They're all in fashion at the moment. £10 on these, and they've got the case as well. £10 we have. Looking for 11. 11 we have. Is it 12? 12 now. 13. 14. Any advance? 15. 16. Any advance on £16? 17 now. Is it 18 anywhere? £17 current bid. Are we finished? The Max Maras. I go to sell £17.
These are ladies' spectacles, and the best price I can find was £88.42, which again, you cannot sneeze at the price. Good bargain.